This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's start then. So we were talking about the architectures, guys, in the last class. What kind of architectures, the storage and all that. Now we're going to see the crude operations basics today. Okay, so let me talk about the basics first. Once you understand the basics, I'll come to the actual discussions. Okay, so first, what is a crude basically? So let me explain things, guys. This is kind of background. Just try to follow this. The slides will become dead simple. So basically, crude, includes both actually. DML, DDL, both. C means create basically. Create. You're creating the collections. C means U means update. You're updating. The update can do the update as well as alter the tables. Two things it can do, not one. And the read means read only. There's nothing you can do with the read. Okay. Delete. Delete also we have it. We have also under delete drop also we have multiple things. We are going to see that. So crude actual, full form, if you split into the create, update, read, delete, this is called crude operations. Sorry, give it a reverse order. We'll call it as a crude actually. Okay, so let's keep it the same way it is, right? So we'll call in Mongo like crude operations. In RDBMS, we'll call it as DML, DDL statements, basically, right? So there we have separate commands under DDL, DML. We have separate command DCL, data selecting language. Like we have multiple things. Here, these four commands does most of the activity what we do in the DDL and DML. It'll create the collection. It'll update the collection. It'll alter the collection also. And delete and drop, like what you wanted to drop means it will drop the entire collection. Delete means a specific data you wanted to. We will see that all of that anyway. Okay. And here create means creating the new collection. If you wanted to have this permissions, you need to have some permissions. We're going to see that in the security itself, right? So now how you can compare with the RDBMS and the Mongo? It is simple, guys. If you understand this, the basics what I'm discussing now, the queries will become so simple. You all can follow it and write your own queries basically. So in RDBMS, how do you write a query if at all you wanted to read? So I have the SQL Server. If I go to any of the database, just for the sake of discussion, I'm picking it. I wanted to read some table data from one particular table. So what should I do? Select asterisk from, okay, some student data. I'm reading it. Where if I wanted to give the condition, first let us read everything. Everything is something definitely not good for any performance reasons. You lose a lot of performance when you read unnecessary data. You need to read what you wanted to. That is where the filters will come into picture. Filter means a condition basically. We will give a conditions to minimize the data output, right? So I'm giving it maybe 10. I wanted to read only 10th record. Same command, if I wanted to convert into Mongo, the same command, the sorry, the same command, just try to pick up few example. So here in Mongo, first you will use a DB. DB means current database you are calling. Then collection, what collection you are trying to read. Someone is not unmute. Tilak, can you mute it if possible? Right. Follow the basic syntax, guys. Then I'll enter into the lot of advanced topic anyway today, but try to understand the basics. See here, you are selecting from the object the same thing db.class, and here you are telling from student, like instead of that here you follow the find basically. If you wanted to update, you'll go with the update kind of. So first database, it will call the database, it is calling the object name, and then action what you're trying to do, basically the select statement in the beginning. Now within this, you give the parenthesis, and then you follow the curly braces. Then here I'll give a S number 10. This is called condition. The first value what you give in Mongo is condition. And the next, what you want it to read, you want it to read everything. So don't give anything, it will read everything. Projection. This is a condition, this is a projection. So if you wanted to convert this query into Mongo, this is a query in the Mongo. The same query is converted to Mongo. So first, let me make you understand the syntax first. If it is RDBMS, select, okay, then projection. You will add the projection here. Projection means what columns you wanted. Maybe I don't want all of this, like asterisk I have given. Instead of that, I can give only name. Okay, I can give only S name. So only two columns I wanted. I'm just reducing the projection so that I can get only two columns. See, only two columns. I'm filtering it out. So we are in control of what we wanted. We can keep it. This is called projection. Projection. What you are projecting out, what you are reading out is a projection, and this is a condition. What you wanted in the output again, and the particular record you wanted, you can keep it like this. You can read the data. The same way in the Mongo also, the same thing, you have the select projection means you can define what columns you wanted or entire columns you wanted. Okay. Select projection object name is here student. Okay. Where then condition. This is a minimum syntax in RDBMS, guys. This is the condition. Just for the identification, I'm keeping this. This is a projection. In this, you can define with a lot of, uh, you can go with the particular field set. Here you can give the conditions like AND condition, OR condition, in condition, or else equality condition. You can give anything, right? And after the where. The same thing in Mongo, if you compare the same statement, if you wanted to convert that into Mongo, db dot student, the object name, then action, what you wanted to do, select, insert, update, you will mention in the third position. I'm reading it. Read will come with the find. Then document. Within the document, okay, the f- the first document will tell you the projection here. This is a projection. This is a first one is a condition you keep it here, and the projection you keep it in the second part, projection, what you wanted to read. If you understand this syntax, it is simple to understand all of the queries basically. So let me generate some data here so that we will compare and read and understand first the syntaxes part. If you understand the syntaxes, it is easy for me to take you through all the basic queries. It is very simple, it won't take too long. First thing is you need to understand how we can write the queries, what formats we can write the queries to pull the data, inclusions, exclusions. We have a lot of things. Actually, you can sort it out, you can limit the output, and you have a lot of additional commands to limit the data in the Mongo. We're going to see all of that. First, I wanted to insert some data, maybe db dot products dot something products. Okay, dot insert. I'm trying to insert some data. So what data I wanted to insert? It's a product, right? So I'll go with item. Item, I'll call it as mobile. Okay, and available quantity AQY, availability quantity is 300, and sold QTY, I sold it out 1000 mobiles. Now availability status is true. Availability status, just I'm keeping avail true. So the same record I'll try to insert multiple times. Just I wanted to make you understand with one example. It is easy further if as we discuss further. Just try to follow. If you follow this, it will make you more clear on the Mongo queries, JSON queries, seriously. So I'm going to create some data like this. Here instead of mobile, I'll go with the MP3 something, and the third one I'll go with the TV. The fifth one I'll go with the, what do we say? Any electronic, just I'm going with the fridge. Fifth one I'm going with the laptop. And here I'm going with the headset. This data is going to help you all the operations with all the examples. I'm just taking one example data. Then what else we can use it? AC and any other electronic device.
Camera.
Yeah, good camera. So the sold quantity, maybe you sold it out 600. Okay, 600 units you have sold it out, and you have only 200 left. 200 left, and TV have been sold 700, and I don't know. You sold out everything. Availability is zero because everything is sold out, and the sold quantity, let it be 1000, and availability become false. Why? Because availability quantity is nothing. You have availability quantity zero. Sold. You had 1000 units. All are sold out. And the fridge, you availability is 100, and this has been sold out.
Ravi, condition
Maybe
shouldn't be in the double quote.
this is not a condition. It's just we are
No,
giving
no,
the
no.
data.
No, when you are writing available quantity, you are writing
Hmm.
true and false, so that condition should be in a double quote.
This is a
Not
boolean
just
value. Booleans don't need to be true or false. Is a boolean basically.
okay. So
That no need to be in double quote.
Boolean and integer doesn't require double quote.
Right. Booleans does not. That is a bit. It just occupy a bit. Is switch actually 0 or 1 in the background. True false means that does 1 0 or 1 is a numeric at the end in the system. So it will pick up that way. It is a switch actually. So laptops are availability 0, and you sold out 2000 laptops, and availability become false because everything sold out. I'll tell you with this data, but the most different types of queries. Uh, 300, 600, 100, maybe 1000 units have been sold out. 1000 left, and here 1500 have been sold out. Big count, and availability become true only. AC, it has been sold out 200, and what left is 400. Camera have been sold out 700 something. What values are given? 1200. I'll keep it this. Okay, 1200 is fine. And you have sold out 600 something. Right, availability to. Let's insert this data into Mongo. Any other database. Use SQLDB or MongoDB, which is fine. You don't type the database names in the real world. Just you know, copy paste the database names. Does it inserted? Inserted. Obviously, you did not see the error. It is inserted. So db dot product. Okay. Dot find. This is how the data actually. And you want it to read in a like more readable format. Go with the pretty. This will read the data in a more readable format. Basically like this. You have the item availability quantity, sold quantity, availability. So Basically, when we have a huge data, we don't read data like this. For getting the data format, like how the data in the collection, you have to just read one of the document. Most of the time we do this one actually. We don't read everything which can flood the system, right? So product dot find one. There is one function we have in Mongo, find one. This we will see. Oh, it's a products actually. Is it so? Products. Come on. Ah, I given the wrong name. I'll re-enter that. Every time I'll type correct and then it'll throw the error. Come on, I did not see that. Let's keep the correct name. Right, so I'll drop that collection. I don't need it. So db dot does it right dot drop. Drop is going to drop the entire collection. It is done. Now I'm going to insert db dot product. Right. So we use find one. The find one, what it does, it'll read one record from the collection. See, in Mongo, we try to keep the same data formats. Mongo can accept basically any format of data. See, one application will have mostly the same kind of format of data generally, right? If they add a one extra field, two extra fields, maybe they might add later on, but you get the fair idea what kind of structure the collection have actually, the document structures. So we read one document, how it is, how the document's layout is in the collection basically. To find one record collection, one document collection, document structure, we just use this one, find one, read one document out of the collection. You get an idea. Okay, most of the documents will follow this structure. That means most, maybe some documents more or less like one or two fields, but this is the most of the structure of the document, each document. It will follow kind of. So get an
Basically,
idea.
find one is top one, like first record it does.
Exactly, exactly. What you said is absolutely correct. Top one, which is equivalent to top one. Just reading one record out of the collection, right? So now let's play with the queries here. So I wanted to read everything. db dot, okay, two cases here implicitly. db dot products is a collection name, what you wanted to read. Find is a read. For read, we use a find. First projection, it implicit. If I'm not giving anything, it's still reading the data. Now, if I'm giving the condition, then projection, it is implicit. Even if you give it, you don't give it, it will take the default curly braces, the Mongo. If I read the data, it is reading the same way. Now I wanted to define some condition. I don't want to read all of this. See, so I'm reading too much of data. You had very less data. That is why it's showing like this. If you have a lot of data, then it will read all of that. It is going to flood the system memory. That should not happen, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give some condition. Some condition means you apply the condition here in the first segment. The next part is actually what you wanted to read. Just try to follow. Item, I'm going to read one item, maybe TV. TV item I wanted to read, only TV, that's it. I'm giving the filter, but projection I'm not limiting it. Projection, it will display all the records of all the fields of the TV. See, it is giving only TV unit like item, because you mentioned it is a filter. So it is filtered to up to only this object, not much. Okay. Now you wanted to read whatever is starting with M. You have a lot of things, guys. While we have like kind of data formats. Basically, you can read the data in the using the wildcard masks here also. Like I'll go with the what we have MPM. If I what you can give this formats actually for reading the data. Express regular expressions we'll call it as. What I'm telling is to this one is go in the item wherever M is there, just go and find that record and read it. Okay, it should go in the codes most probably. Yeah, I forgot if it is not working. Just a minute. We have this topic regular just for the sake of discussion at the moment. I just wanted to pick up this. Okay, it is forward. Okay, not backward. Everything is a forward only here. Okay, fine. Right. So what I wanted to say here is what you wanted you're defining in the condition and projection. Example, I wanted to limit the projection also. Example. So I wanted to read only availability quantity and sold quantity, nothing else. I don't want other fields. Then you mention AQY one. One means I need in the output, and I wanted sold quantity also. Sold quantity. This is a case sensitive. You have to keep the same thing. One. You wanted in the output one means you wanted in the output only these two fields. You are keeping that. If you read this one, you are reading only two columns, two fields here, which means so in the projection I kept some filter here in the projection. I don't want everything in the output because I wanted to read sold and availability of that product only, because the product I know that, and when I know that, I just need to know these values. That's enough for me basically. So an application can call any data in any conditional basis.
But Ravi, this one is a bit complicated. Like you gave a item M, so you don't know which one is which.
M means
It will
whatever the
just
product is.
no.
It,
I agree. I agree. One is a mobile and
hmm,
another is MP3.
hmm, hmm.
But if you have more fields, then you won't be knowing which is what quantity and what sold quantity.
Right. I'm just it is something, anyway. What you said is correct. Like I need to include the item also, which makes some sense. Item one and keep it one. So you get the three fields now. Item, availability quality, sold quantity. So what you need to understand is what we are including in the output. The projection, this is a projection actually. In the projection, what fields you wanted in the output. You are giving that basically. So now I wanted to have everything, but I don't want one field. That is comes in a different format. So let's go with the here. What I wanted to keep it to at one. Let it keep to like it is reading the whatever the product name is starting with M. It is just picking that product. Mobile is starting with M. MP3 is also starting with M. All right. That is why it is reading two items from the list that what we have in the collection. So now what I am focusing about is a projection. Projection, what we are adding in the projection that you are getting in the output. Item, availability quantity, sold quantity. You are not getting the availability status, true or false. You are not getting it. Why? Because you did not include it in the projection. Maybe let me quickly take it one field. Just I wanted only one field, item only, whichever is starting with the, or else I'll remove this condition also. I'll just keep it empty. So no condition means everything will come. What it will show in the output actually in the projection, only item. See, first one is a condition. Condition I have taken out. So no condition means everything will read out. All fields will read out. But what fields you wanted in the output, you mentioned it. Item only I wanted. Maybe along with it, I wanted one more field. Then I'll go here. Available AQY1. So I wanted two fields in the output like that. You are mentioning what you wanted without the condition. If I go with the condition, it will filter the data again. So maybe item, I'll tell you with a more and more complex. First, understand the basics. Then I'll enter in the module and I'll go with the more complex things. You can understand for sure. So item, I'm just keeping item as what are the items we do have? MP3 something, MP3. What it must match with the same exactly what it is there. So you have one item. So previously it is reading all the items, but now we have given a condition. Condition is executed. Now, if you see item is what you wanted in the projection. Okay, this got matched to only one document, but from that document, what you wanted to see again as a projection means as an output item and the availability quantity. That's it. So this is where the actual conditional things will come into picture, guys. Every time this will find what you wanted to. The condition will find you what you wanted to, on which portion of data you wanted to apply the change. This will tell you what on which you wanted to modify it, or what on which you wanted to see. If you wanted to modify what you wanted, you will mention here. If I wanted to set something or add something or update something, I'll go in the projection. On the projection side, these are the fields I wanted to modify, kind of. So one thing, guys, one more thing. So I wanted to read everything, but not uh, availability quantity. Just I wanted to read everything. If I go like this, what happens? Can anyone tell? What happens if I go the same thing what I'm trying to execute? What happens?
It will display all the fields which are matching to MP3 item.
That's very nice answer. Yes, good answer. See, in the first filter is happened on this one MP3, and it is going to display everything. I don't want one field, maybe sold quantity. I don't want in the output. So I can mention that what I don't want with a zero. Sold QTY 0. 0 means you don't want in the output. If I go with the sold quantity is gone out of the output. So you wanted to include one, exclude 0 in the projection, but combination won't work. See, if I wanted to exclude sold quantity but include AQI, just assume a case AQI 1, combination does not work. It will tell you that projection cannot mix of inclusion and exclusions, either keep one like include one or exclude one. If you're excluding this one, all are included by default. Why you are including here? You don't need to include. If you're excluding this, you already included this in the output, which means if you don't mention, or mentioning does not make sense there. So exclusions, you are actually, like this is excluding, which you don't want in the output. This inclusion together won't work. Either you follow exclusion model or inclusion model, one at a time. Both cannot be added together.
But it can have more than one field, right?
So whatever you wanted to tell, you just tell I can achieve it. Either way it is, but including or excluding. So
No, means
you can tell your
excluding a acquired quantity, excluding also it is going to work, right? If you put AQY 0, then
yeah,
it is
oh
going
yeah, yeah, that will work. Either combinations will work. Your excluded sold quantity and available quantity both are excluded. The rest will be displayed. Yes, it will work. Either go with all excludes or either go with all includes in the projection.
only mix is not going to work.
Mix is not going to work. What you wanted to see, if example, the case in the same RDBMS, if I wanted to read only S number, I'll mention S number only. I'll get the S number only in the output. Okay. Which if you are not giving me, it is equivalent to that. Your S name I'm giving it, which means I'm giving it. If I wanted to exclude something in the output, I just don't give it in the RDBMS. In the Mongo, you just give this one 0 or 1. 1 means include, 0 means exclude in the output. It's like that. We have more control in the Mongo query, not RDBMS. You don't have that. What you wanted it or you don't wanted it in the output, you can mention in the what. This is a projection. Projection means what you wanted to read out is a projection, and what data you wanted to read is a condition. Condition means what you wanted. If you understand these two things, you understand most of the queries again. You understand most of the queries. The first part, if you don't give anything, first part, very important. First part is really important. You should not leave the first part. Why? Because it is going to read out all of your data if you don't give the condition. Condition is mandatory all the time. Projection, maybe you read all of the data of that particular document, you will not hurt the system a lot, but without the condition will definitely hurt the system. Why? Because it is going to read all of your document. If you have 1 billion, 1 billion will read. It is going to flood all the memory of the system. So condition is mandatory to go with. Mandatory means you are limiting the data what you wanted. If you don't limit, Mongo will have generally a lot of data, quite a lot of data. And if I wanted to know, example, how many records I'm reading without the output, you can do that. Count function, give it, it will tell you how many records it is going to give as an output. You always check this. If you are trying to do it, if it is really big value, the output, really big value means billions of values or millions of values, don't go with the, you go with other filters which can filter data as request, or else you get into the pre-prod, play with the queries. If it is for the developer, this you don't do it is as a DBA, but we need to understand the deployments. We do run the queries. Most of our job, like modifications, moving the collections, restoring the collection, restoring the databases, creating the users, giving the permissions, and deploying the scripts. These are the basic, frequently asked task as a MongoDB we do get. We don't have too many issues in Mongo. You don't get everyday issue in the Mongo. Very rarely we get the issues. That's something scenario based I'm going to pick up. But the regular activities are very frequent. So now understand this. If you understand this, you can understand this will help you if you're really working with the Mongo. Your career will be easy if you understand this uh, the query models, how you can query, how we can modify the data, all that. So now guys, condition is something is filtering the data. Projection is doing what you wanted in the output. These two are clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, so
Say something.
Yeah,
basically
Ravi.
condition shouldn't be empty.
Yeah. Okay then. If you guys understood, good enough. Let's move on. So come to the module. If you come to the module, let's go with the module one by one, guys. I'll store close this off. Right. See, first thing, I already said this discussion, this projection and all. MongoDB provides the db.collection.find method to read the documents. Find itself is a read. If you wanted to insert, instead of find place, you go with the insert. If you wanted to update, you'll update. You wanted to remove, you have to remove it basically. Okay. So now it is give find is for the read method from a collection. The db.collection.find method returns a cursor to the matching documents. It will go to every, by default it will read everything because you did not give any filter basically. If you are giving the filter data will come out anyway. See, if it is a MongoDB, what happens? db.collection, what collection? Find. First query filter, condition here, and projection. Query filter or condition both are same. If it is RDBMS, the projection will come to here. Projection come to select projection from collection where. So maybe I'll ask you one point. Anyway, once I discuss, I'll write some RDBMS queries. You have to convert that into Mongo and tell me. I'm going to tell you all the formats anyway. At the end, I'll ask some, like SQL queries. You have to convert into Mongo yourself if you understand the complete discussions. That will do it as an exercise. See, for the db.collection.find method, you can specify the following optionals. A query filter to specify which document to return. You are giving the condition to what documents you want to read. A query projection specified which fields from the matching documents to return. The first condition is actually filtering the data, and further what fields out of you wanted out as a output, even the written documents from the written documents. The projection limits the amount of data that MongoDB returns to the client over the network. See, you are not interested in everything. You might need some data only. What are the items I have to, so like what are the items I have right now? What are the items I'm solding out? If you wanted to go and see in the system, I wanted only items. So how do I tell me now? Now tell me, I wanted only items in the output. What I have to do?
In a find curly bracket items.
No, items, that is a condition it will become. So in the
So
output,
we are looking for the collection item, right?
all the items I wanted to read.
Item 1 in the
Hmm?
projection. Item 1 in the projection.
Okay, that's correct. And in the condition,
So you said all items, right?
right? That's correct what you said
So
actually.
condition, yeah. So right now it's okay because we are selecting everything.
Right. So see, these things are called out based on the situation. Like, you have things, you want, maybe I don't want all the data. I wanted only, I wanted to limit the data. Limit, you have the function called limit. I wanted only 2 records out of the output. It will give you only 2 records. If you have a lot of data, and this is kind of a top, you're using the top basically. Like I wanted to read, see, find one will read only one. So let me discuss that also quickly. So I'll go with the no conditions, no projections, everything I wanted. So if I go and read, it is going to read everything, right? This is going to read everything, but I wanted to limit the output. Limit the output. I wanted to see maybe top 3 documents. So you see this one, only 3 documents: mobile, MP3, and TV kind of. Now I wanted to sort this output in the reverse order. Maybe let me tell you. So someone asks you, I wanted to do the latest document. The latest are at the bottom. All the time, whatever you insert, the latest document will be inserted at the bottom, not in the top. The top one are the oldest documents generally. These are the old, these are the new. So what are the new documents or new products we received? If you someone asks you, you just go in the reverse order. Sort. Here we will go with this one. This is going to filter based on the time and date both. So underscore ID 1. Missing syntax. After, does it require codes? I don't think it requires codes. Of course, it's a base and type only. Underscore ID only, right? Anyway, so let's go the different order. Let's see. I need the data in the alphabetical order. Assume I guess. Item 1. Come on, what happened? Sort missing. This is 1 or -1. That's what it is, right? Okay, I guess I have this. Just a minute. Let me see once. Sort is here. Where did I talk about the sort? Sort is important first to understand. Limit.
So
Should be
is there a
somewhere here.
is there a comma or a full stop before sort?
Okay, I got this. Actually,
You have a
this
comma
must
there.
go.
There has to be
No,
full
no.
point.
Actually, this go in the document. Right. Hmm. That's a mistake I've done. Okay, fine.
Maybe can you copy this all these commands and keep in the notepad?
Hmm. Sure, definitely. I'll do the lot of commands anyway. So
Even with the
limiting
output
the.
is also fine.
Okay. First, let me keep all the data.
Space bar. Yeah. If we
I'll
click
give it
space bar, I think it will select everything.
just I'll keep some notes. Reading
Yeah.
all the data from the collection. Right? Or else R, the same command you can read like this also. db.products.find. Either of this one will give the same output. Okay. Now you want it to one by one. I'll talk about and I'll keep it. So limiting the data in the output. First, you want it to read top whatever in the top in the output that you are reading it. So limiting the data. Reading the limited data. Limited data from the collection. This is enough, right? Output also required. I'll do it if at all you wanted. So it is limiting only 3 records. So below limit, below, just for the sake of another understanding, below limit function will limit the output to 3 documents. Top 3 records, yeah. Anything is fine. Okay, I'll save it later on. Fine. So now this is something we discussed. Sort. So how you wanted to sort the data? Sorting is also very important operation we need to aware of, especially in Mongo. Why? Because if someone asks you, see, if you look at this, it went with the alphabetical order. Does it actually? Item -1 descending order I have given. Okay, H is top. Okay, capital letter T M L A C F. This is small case, so it is not considered. It is a case sensitive actually. Mongo is case sensitive. A C F L M M T, and it is these are all alphabetical order, but not this one because lower case sensitive is not detected it. So it is detected in the next order, maybe alphabetical capital first and then small letters in the alphabetical order again, kind of. So now if I wanted to read the output in the reverse order, the same output, I'll give instead of -1 means descending order. 1 means ascending order. First AC, C A C F L M M T. Till this point it is in the alphabetical order. If you see it. And this is not in the alphabetical order as it is a small letter. I wanted to change this field to uppercase, only that field. db.product. Okay. Products dot. Here I wanted to update. What I wanted to update actually, giving the condition item. No need to worry. Update. I did not go that far, but I wanted to convert this to the uppercase. Item is headset. It's a condition I'm giving it, so it will give only one. Up here I'm going to give it actually. So in the condition, what I'm going to do, set. I wanted to set a field. Which field I wanted to set basically? The field is headset. Set headset. Okay. How you call this item? Okay, you called headset. Okay, this must go in the. I'll explain. No need to worry. It's simple to understand. The item I wanted to update to headset, capital letter. Okay, headset. If I insert this, what happens here? See, the first condition is pulling out one record, this one record. That one record, I'm setting it to item. Whatever is pulling out in the output, just change that value, the item value. We are specifically saying that set this item value with this one. We are replacing this headset, this headset with this one. So no need worry, you don't understand today. Tomorrow I'll talk about all the updates anyway. Today we are going to read first, but anyway, to just for our sake of discussion, I'm changing this field basically for now. So this condition is reading only one record. Is that clear? One document it is reading. Why? Because the condition is matching only with one. And the next is we are setting one particular field to different field. You wanted to change something else also, like I wanted to change at the same time you can change it. Availability quantity 1000, I have it. No, it is wrong. Maybe I wanted to change it to something 700. You can do it. It will update all the records what you wanted to right now. Not only one. Not only one. You found the record. You are setting the new values to that record. If I enter this now, if you see the actual data, see, data got where is this headset? And availability quantity was 1000. Now it became 700. So you modified this field name and this quantity also. So here first thing is giving you the identifying the record. If multiple things are modifying with item, multiple things will get updated. That's something we will see. When multiple items or documents are matching the condition, how you update? Is it going to update every document? No, by default it won't update all the documents. First occurrence of the document will update. If you wanted to update all multi-true extra, we have to use an extra statement. We're going to see all of that. For now, I have changed this one for our discussion sake only, guys. So anyway, don't worry about that. We are going to see all of that. So now I am reading all the documents again. Okay, I'm reading all the documents. I wanted to see the sort order. Sort order on which field you wanted to see the sort order. You can mention the field. The field go in the flower bracket. That is a mistake I have done previously. Item in the descending order, ascending order actually. Ascending order means A, C, F, H, L, M, M, T. If you see, the first starting of the product is in the alphabetical order. And you wanted to see the descending order, go with the -1 like this. Okay, now I wanted to go with the availability quantity. What is have the more availability quantity? So instead of the item, I'll go with the AQI. You can go with any field. The field must be there. That's it. So availability quantity 1200, 700, 600, 300, 200, 100, 00. It is in the higher to lower. If you wanted to see ascending order, like low to higher, you will get this one 0, 0, 100, 200, 300, 600, 700, 1200, like this. So sorting is going to work in that direction. And I wanted to see the latest inserted document. Latest inserted document, you go with ID. ID will tell you the latest inserted document I wanted. ID 1. Please paste the command prompt. Okay. If you wanted, along with output, what you guys wanted actually? Tell me, guys. Along with output or just the command is enough? Tell me. With output. Okay, that's fine. Not an issue. Changing the fields. Updating the fields. Let's go with the. Come on, we can use update command. So the actual output here, what we are changing, these two values of this one is changing. Just have an idea. We have seen already. So the commands, if you wanted, finding, reading everything, and reading the data in the sorted order, or ascending order, or descending order. Okay. If you see, this is in the sort order on the item, and you wanted to pick up the other part, use this model. I'll keep one example under each. You get the video, and this document will help you to understand, right? So we have discussed about the limit already, right? Limiting the documents and sorting the documents. And what else we have here? Limiting, sorting, skip. Yes, this is another good point. So you're sorting all the records, but I wanted first two records I don't want. First two records I don't want. Skip. It will skip the first two records and it will read the rest of the documents. See what it did in the reverse order. Okay. If you see what is, okay, first let us see the actual output without the skip. So this is what our output: mobile, an MP3, TV. So in which format it went on? ID, right? What is ID will tell you? ID will tell you the creation based on the creation. So if you see this list, which one got updated latest? Basically, the camera. Camera is the one, the latest document. This is the oldest document, mobile, in terms of insertion age. If you go to here, it is giving the camera. Now I wanted to read the data in the most recently updated data. So -1. If you see this one, this is the latest data. Next AC is the latest. Next headset. If you see the data, it will show you the same order anyway, where here I inserted. So this is the latest: camera, AC, headset, and laptop. This is, you go in the reverse order. It is in the reverse order of the age of the document. This is the latest document. It is inserted at the end of it. This is the next latest. This is next latest. The same data will be here with this. See guys, you are reading the data based on the age of the document, and you wanted only top 100 documents. Assume a case, top 100 documents. What do you do in that case? What do you do in that case? Basically, top 100 you wanted. Tell me. Top, I wanted top 3 latest modified documents. This is the question. You go with the normal one, and the top 3 I wanted. Only top 3.
Limit
Limit
3.
3. That's it. You got only the latest 3 documents from the collection. It's like that. And I don't want only top 3, but the rest I wanted in the latest documents, which means the latest 3 I don't want, but the rest I wanted. Latest 100 I don't want, rest I wanted. Skip. Instead of this, you have a skip. Skip. You can skip 3 documents, but the rest I read it. It's like that. So skip is also another good function. Skipping the initial occurrence of the data, initial records of the documents from the output. What do we say this? Skipping the initial documents output. Just a minute. I need to correct this. Skipping the initial documents from the collection output. So what do you wanted to skip, guys? It will skip first occurrences only. I mean, whatever is getting in the output, the it is skipping first three records of the document. If you wanted to skip last record, last records of the document, can anyone tell? I wanted to skip. See, now I'll ask this question if you understand this well. This is something is a whole document. It is skipping these three, but I wanted to skip these three. What should I do? This is my intention, not this one. If I run this one as it is, this is skipping these three, but I wanted to skip these three in the output. So what should I do?
ID minus 3. Minus 3.
That's it.
Put
The
minus.
-1. That's absolutely correct. It will skip the below three records now. That's correct. What is it is absolutely correct, basically.
Ravi, one quick
So
question. Like
yeah, go
so,
ahead.
so you as per your update, so like you have updated the headset last, right? So like we recently changed to Caplet headset. So
No,
that
no, no.
means
It's not inserted time. It is in.
yeah,
It is only
like,
created time, not the updated.
yeah, correct. So my question is, so if we updated anything, so the object ID won't change. Like
Won't change. Yes, yes, that's correct.
okay, fine, thank you.
It won't change. Only inserted date it is. So like this, you can work with the combinations, guys. So if you got an idea on this one, like how you are sorting out, how you are limiting it and skipping it, and how you are projecting it, how you are giving the condition, these are basics for now. Let's enter into the module anyway, one by one. So where are we? We are talking about the, see guys, you can optionally add cursor modifier to impose limits, skip and sort the order. The order of the document written by a query is defined unless you specify the sort. See, which order you want to read later. The sort will define. Either you go with the ascending order or descending order on particular field. It is a field based. Any field you can sort. You wanted to sort item, you want to sort availability quantity, you want sold to quantity, you wanted to sort on which field, you can sort that. You have to mention that field name in the sort. Based on that field, it will sort the output. So if you wanted to sorted order, use the sorter. On which field, which order, like alphabetical order or ascending alphabetical, descending alphabetical order, what you wanted to sort can do. Skip the records, initial occurrence of the record, and limit is going to keep the first occurrences. It will display. Limit means first occurrences. Limit and skip are reverse. Limit is going to keep the first occurrences of the records. Skip is going to skip the first occurrence of the records. Following or not following? Say something. These are the basic commands. If you understand,
Yes,
it will
sir.
become. I'll enter into the operators now. Slowly we'll enter into the operators. We discussed this one, find one and pretty and db.collection.find, db.collection. This one is also the same thing. There is nothing. Either you go with the empty or giving only projection but not the condition, it will pick up. So see guys, if I'm going with, there are one more thing I did not discuss. Let's talk about this. If I do this, what happens? Tell me. It will read everything, right? If I read this one, what happens? It will read everything. But if I give only condition without the projection, what happens? This we discussed already. Quickly, very quick recap. If I'm giving
Everything
only,
with the condition.
all right,
All records
everything with
with the
that
day.
condition will all fields of that thing. So can I give the projection without a condition? Only direct. See, I'm giving the. If you see the command, what I executed is only the condition, but not the projection. But can I, at the same time, can I give only the projection instead of that? So let's see this. This is something you need to aware again. I wanted to include item mobile only in the output, mobile. Will it execute? What do you think? You are giving the projection. Will it execute or it won't execute? It's a question. Just think logically.
It should execute.
It should execute on what? That is the
Uh,
question to the system.
on mobile field, and it is not going to display mobile and is going to display rest of the things.
Actually, if you come on, it is gone. Anything you mention in the beginning is a condition for it. It's a condition, but it's not a projection for Mongo. If you really wanted to read only, like come on, item, I'll keep it one. Item I wanted in the output. This is what the projection actually. If I give it this one, it'll throw it does not give anything. Why? Because on which condition you want it to run. Condition is mandatory when you're giving the projection. Without condition, it won't work. Even if you don't supply any condition, give the empty curly braces. It's enough. It's good enough for it. It will go and read the data. But condition must be passed when you give the projection. That is a mandatory thing. I'll write a note. This will go at the end of it. If we wanted to keep only projection without any condition, we must supply empty curly braces in condition place. Then only we can read the data with the particular projection on all documents.
Even parentheses will work, right?
No, parentheses don't work. Curly braces. See, parentheses is something. It is you are opening it. Parents, everything goes within the parentheses. Basically, everything. If you see this, if you place the cursor, this parenthesis is closing this parenthesis. Within the parentheses, you mention what you wanted. Conditions, projection, everything will go in the parentheses. Parenthesis only occurs once, not again.
Got it.
Conditions within it. So let me keep this thing in under the note. Maybe this might trigger the recall for you all. Anyway, this is I'll not need to keep that as note. Let's keep it that way. Right. So this you need to understand. And right, this is about this thing. Like you are passing the condition. First thing is only condition. Mongo will treat everything as a condition first. Then if you are not, if you wanted to give the projection, you just go with the empty condition like this. So if I if I go with this one, this will treat as a condition only. Empty condition, it will read all the data. What happened? So extra. It will read all the data. Condition means no conditions, you are not supplying anything. So projection comes with a condition all the time. Keep in mind, condition could be empty or some, but condition must be supplied. Is it clear? If you wanted to project something, you just go with at least empty condition, which means no condition, but you have to tell that you are not giving the condition. Then you give the projection. Projection condition is required. For condition, projection is not required. I can just read the without the projection what I wanted based on the condition I wanted. So condition directly I can give it AQI. See example. AQI is AQI. Wherever 200 is there, available to one, I want to record only one. I wanted further operators. Operators again. Anyway, we have the operators. I'll pick up there only. We have that. I can cover that today. See guys, next equality condition. Equality condition means you are exactly matching the values to read out the data. So maybe my availability quantity is whatever is having 500. Do I have 500 availability quantity? Any product? No. I don't have. This equality condition equal to that only, then only give the value out of it. If I go with the 700, do I have any product availability quantity as 700? Yes, I have. What is that quantity? Headset availability quantity 700. So now I wanted to go with the conditional. Conditional means just try to follow db dot product dot find anyway you're reading it. So now on which you wanted to go with availability quantity more than greater than 200. Whatever the products I have more than 200, I don't want to order. Whatever the products less than 200, I wanted to order. So now what I wanted to read, I am asking a question. Whatever the product more than 200 I have in my store, I no need to order. Whatever the product less than 200, I wanted to order so that I can get the availability. So what I wanted to get now, this is a query for the business. What I wanted to get now.
Availability quantity less than 200.
That's very good answer. ATY. You wanted to read the data which is less than. So it will go again one more condition. AQI colon and another document. You go inside the document and all operators, like it can be less than, greater than, or in operator, any operator, or operator, and operator, everything will comes with a dollar. So less than LT, less than means LT 200. So see guys,
There
the
is a typo.
products what. Mhm.
AQY, not ATY.
Oh yeah, okay. So see guys, this is how it is working. First you wanted to find availability quantity, good enough, but under availability condition you're giving a condition, further condition on that one. What condition? Availability if it is less than 200, whatever is less than 200 I wanted in the output. You have 3 products under 100. So these 3 products I definitely order with the vendor so that I can get the sufficient stock in my shop. You need to look at that way. So depends on the business model, depends on the requirement. You tune the queries all the time. So let me keep this in the notepad for your reference. Reading the items, product details, also product details, which reading the products which are less than 200 quantity in product collection. Output also you wanted, right? So this is what it is, like reading the products which are less than 200 quantity in the product collection. We are giving this. We are see here, whenever you observe this one, parenthesis is common everywhere, and the one curly braces is common everywhere. And where the condition is coming, only this is the conditional statement. Availability quantity, if I can give directly, that is a equality statement. Equality means you are telling the system equal to that value. Instead of this condition less than, greater than, you just have to directly supply the value. What value you wanted to supply is 0. Wherever the availability quantity is 0, I have it. I can get 2 products are availability 0 absolutely at the moment. So that way you can find what records are coming with the availability 0 at this moment. Okay, so it's like that. So let's move with the module. This is the equality condition. See what are the products are available, what are the products are not available. That is also very important, right? So avail is small only, right? Avail booleans does not require the codes, guys. True. What are the products I have with my shop right now? Even one product or one item, at least quantity, I need to know. These are the products are in the availability state right now. What are the products are unavailable at the moment? So these are the 2 products are not available. I have to immediately order for now. So based on the business, how business is asking you the question, based on that you frame the question, frame the query basically. So you wanted to read only this is called equality condition. Equality means it's just going and finding that equivalent to that and giving you the data. It's not for running any conditional statement. It's just a equal value, giving the value out of it. Sold quantity, wherever I have 1200, it's equivalent, right? So I'm going with the sold. Is it small only, right? QTY, wherever I have 1200 something. So we have sold quantity 1200 on this one. So this is one has a 1200, 1500. So anyway, this is equality. Wherever this is matching with exactly the sold quantity 1200, it is giving the record. That is called equality condition. Use the query document to select all the documents that contains the field with a specified value. Specified means exact value. That is going to give the equality condition. Okay. What I'll keep this equality condition. I'll keep here. Is it an equality condition? No, it's conditional. So if we have to read exact values of the fields, we will give equality condition, okay, which will fetch the data. Come on, fetch the data wherever it is matching, wherever the data matching exactly, wherever the data matching exactly. What did I have written? Equality condition which will fetch the data wherever the data is matching with the exact value. Wherever the data matching with exact value. Maybe this can make some sense. Values. You just practice with all the things that you have in your mind, only not limited to this, basically. So I'll keep all of this as an equality condition. You get a fair idea when you look at it. What is equality? Right? These are all equality conditions because we are supplying it, right? Then what next we have? Specify the conditions using operators, right? We have OR operator, AND operator, and IN operator. See, OR, AND, and IN, maybe both a combination AND OR, and these are the main, operators we have. IN, AND, OR, basically these are the things. Let's talk about the IN operator. At least I'll finish the operators for today. At least we have 15 minutes more, right? See guys, db dot the collection name dot, right, find. Now I wanted to find two values, not one. It is also equality but on multiple. In also is a equality condition. It's not something in between, but on multiple values. That is what it is. So now what you wanted to find, availability quantity, maybe AQY, or else sold quantity, whatever it is. You can go with anything, doesn't matter. It is a field based. Sold QTY, okay, and you are supplying the operator will go in the inside the flower bracket. Again, inside the flower bracket you mention the operator with a dollar in. Again, in is something need multiple inputs, right? Whenever you need multiple inputs, go with the array. I'll explain. Array. In the array, I'm going to go with the sold quantity, maybe 1000 and 1500. So these two are available in the, if I run this one, it is going to 2 records basically. So try to understand this statement, guys. First, let me take out this. I'll run 2-3 examples and then explain you. No need to worry. You get it. You'll get it. No need to worry. Using the in
There was a typo over there.
operator. Typo.
Yeah, you wrote it 15,000 in place of 1500.
Then does it give the 1500? No, then it
No,
did not give it. Only it is given only 1000 wherever in the sold quantity there are two of products are with 1000 availability, which means that is what it is giving. So TV is also sold 1000 and mobile also sold 1000. If I go with this one 1500, I'll get the 3 records because 1000 are two products are sold out 1000 quantity, and item is also, sorry, all right, two products are sold out, which is a item mobile and TV sold out with 1000 quantity, and headset is sold out with the 1500 quantity. Now if I go with the 1400, so first let me read the entire data and ask you the question. This is the data we have. Now I'm going to run this command 1400 and look at it, how many records I'll get in the output. You need to focus on only sold quantity now because you're specifically reading the sold quantity. How many records I do get? Do I have 1400 occurrence? See, 1000
no,
sold quantity, yes, one is
you
matching.
get two only.
Two only, exactly. So it is matching on the values on multiple values. This is equivalent to exact condition only, but on multiple exact values. So example, I'm giving 1500. I'll get the 3 records. Example, I'm giving one more matching value. Assume if I'm giving a value which is a random 250, it won't give you the extra record. But if I'm giving the third value as one of the matching record, I'll get the one more record. So maybe 2000 I'm giving it. I'll get the 4 records because these 3 values are matching with the 4 documents in the collection. Following or not following? Say something,
Yes,
please.
yes.
You need to follow this to understand further. It is not tough. I'm spending a lot of time on the basics itself. Why? Because you need to understand. I'm not going too fast here. In operator means that's it. So let me write a few things. In operator also will search for the exact values, but it can match with multiple values in a single condition. Does it make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
So in operator also will search with the operator also will search for the exact value, but it match on multiple values in a single condition. This is a sentence may be useful. In operator also will search for the exact values, but it will match. Come on, my statements or maybe my grammatical mistakes. But it will match on multiple values in a single condition. This makes more sense, I feel. Yes, right? You can understand, right, this statement?
Yes, yes, Ravi.
Right. Next, AND operator. Let's go with the AND. Again, finish this. AND operator. What is AND operator? Basically, you all know. In academics, we read all of this. What is AND?
If both are true, it will
Both.
condition will be
Right.
true.
Both must be, whatever the supplied parameter must be true. So it is so simple and straightforward. There is nothing much. R operator is little tricky, but AND is very simple, straightforward. I'm giving the condition and 2 fields, not one. Then only AND will form, right? So AQI, availability quantity, should be okay 300, and sold quantity okay is 1000. Assume a guess. Do I have any record with this combination? If both of these fields are matching in any of the document, it will pull out the record. You don't have anything, it seems. uh, right, maybe I'll go with the 1000 now. Does it pull out any record? See, look at this. We have the complete documents here. These two should be there in the document. 300 as a availability quantity, sold quantity as a 1000.
Yeah, we have one.
Mobile.
Fine. Now let me pick up this and operator and then paste this output one by one. I'll go with multiple statements here. You don't understand it one with one. Right. Now I'll ask one more question. I wanted the availability with the 300, but the sold quantity greater than 1000. Greater than 1000, there are many, right? Sold quantity. I wanted all of that. How do I write the condition? Availability 300 only, exact, that is fine. Sold quantity greater than 1000, I wanted all documents. So here, on the second column, I'm calling the condition. That is where I'm talking about. So greater than is GT, and greater than 1000. So we are, see here guys, whatever the document is starting having the 300, which is fine, but that document value should be greater than 1000. You have that kind of documents basically. Let's see. No document is having greater than 1000 and 300 combination. But again, I'll go with this one. Here also I'll go with the condition. Okay, you can go with the conditions, of course, for every field. I'm going the first field condition. Someone is not unmuted. Mute it, guys. Who is this? Konda, yeah, fine. Without please. Okay, fine. So now I'm going with the conditions and both the conditions, both the fields basically. Availability quantity greater than 200, sold quantity greater than 1000. That is what the combination I wanted. So greater than 200. Now can look at this the data and tell me, does it match with anything in this one? You have the condition, both the conditions. Oh, it went to there. Oh, come on, I'll read the data once before I ask you something. This is the data, okay? And this is a condition. Instead of this, I'll make it 100. Now tell me how many records I'll get based on this condition. You have to tell. Look at the data and tell. Availability quantity is greater than 100 and sold quantity definitely greater than 1000. Both should be there.
Oh, one.
One. Let's hit
For
it.
each.
So it has only one. Yeah. If you see greater than 1000, you have like 1200, 2000, 1500, three records we have. But at the same time, the availability quantity is greater than 100. So the first one, the only three records are matching with the second one. Sold quantity greater than 1000, this one, and this one greater than 1000. These three records are matching. In these three records, what is availability quantity? Greater than 100. Greater than 100 means only one is greater than 100. So this is the only one record satisfying the both the conditions. Following? Say something, please.
Yes.
So if
So
first has to be included, it should be greater than equal to GE.
okay, that's fine. GTE greater than equal to, then you get the two records now. See, it is qualifying two conditions. Now two documents are qualifying the condition. GTE means greater than equal to. GT means just greater than. Okay, following?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you need to frame your own logics based on the requirement. It is simply the requirement. It's not just you learned and left it kind of. You got the requirement, you build the condition. It's like that. There's no fixed, you only practice this and leave it. No, understand it. How things are working, understand it. That way it is. This is an and condition. So let me ask few more questions. Just one more question. Okay. I wanted you guys to tell me the query for me. I wanted to look for the No, I wanted to look for the availability should be more than 300. More than 300. Availability should be more than 300 and sold quantity less than 1500. db dot products anyway. Okay. Dot find. This is a common. Parenthesis is common. This flower bracket is also common. Now tell me. Availability greater than 300.
So
Sold
availability
quantity. Okay,
AQY,
AQY.
AQY, and then
AQY.
again condition greater than 300.
Okay. Colon. You have to keep colon and within it greater than 300. Good
300.
enough. Next.
And sold quantity by greater than
Sold QTY less than 1000.
less than 1,000.
So what should I do? Am I missing anything here? You have to look at and tell me. I'm intentionally doing this.
$LT.
Right. Then good. You guys got it then. If you understand this, you can understand a lot of further queries. This is a basics I'm forming. We will write little more complex basically as we move on. So now products AQY greater than availability quantity greater than 300, sold quantity less than 1000. Do we have any record? Look at one condition first. One condition filter out most of the records. Do you have a greater than 300? This one is not qualifying. Is this qualifying? Yes, it is qualifying. This one is qualifying. One is qualifying greater than 300.
Yeah,
And
we
this one
have
is
one
not qualifying.
camera.
So we have item camera, item headset, first condition is matching, and this thing. 3 records are matching. Okay, good enough. If 3 records are matching, others are gone. Second one less than 1000. This one is matching. Is it less than 1000? Yes, it is less than 1000. This is matching the condition. And headset is greater than 300. And is it less than 1000? No, this is not qualifying the condition. And camera is actually, sorry, which one? Greater than 300. This is also greater than 300. But does
And
it less than 1000? So how many records we get now?
2.
2, absolutely. So it works that way. AND operator is qualifying both the condition in a single record, both what you supplied. That is called AND operator. We know all this in academics also. Yes or no?
Yes, you said.
Right. So this is the AND operator, guys. So OR operator will take a little longer than the AND. OR is little logic, extra logic you have to supply in the OR operator. AND is straightforward. You can easily understand. R will take little extra effort to make you understand for all of you. Why? Because I had to come with more examples. So let's stop here for today. I have this anyway. I'll send it out with a video. You just check it out. If you check the video on this, definitely you can understand what I written, what I've giving as an output, right? Just practice all of this. You get the see. You frame your own conditions and write the query according to it. If you don't get it, ask me. I'll show you definitely so that you get the clarity. So that way you learn more and more and run your brain. First, don't follow just if you wanted to understand, just type and follow me. But the end, you frame your own logics and try to get the output according to your logic. If it is not working, let me know. The same thing. I'll do it in front of you so that what you missed, you'll come to know. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions from anyone? Right. So